Hello. How's everybody doing out there? Coach Mo here, checking in with you guys to see how your week is going. First, let me introduce myself as always. My name is Mernice Oliver. My clients affectionately know me as Coach Mo. I am considered Queen Quiet Storm. I am the calm in all things business and life. And so today, I'm often asked, Coach Mo, how do I prioritize my day? You know, when I'm working with my VIP clients, particularly my agents, the women that are running agencies, they are extremely busy. So let me say that. They are running an agency, they're managing a team, they are managing all of their marketing strategies, they're handling payroll, they got all kind of HR issues at work, and then they go home and they put on another hat. And then their mom and their wife, and then their daughter, their sister, their church member, their board member. So their calendars are full, which creates a little bit of overwhelm on behalf of my clients. And so one of the things that I do is I come in and I kind of do an assessment and I kind of watch them. I spend some time with them, probably about a day or so, just watching, not necessarily interacting, but just watching and listening about how they manage their day. And what I find is that a lot of my clients are performing duties or doing things in their agency, first of all, that are not necessarily things that they should be doing. But secondly, they've not prioritized their time or their day properly at all, which leads to a lot of overwhelm because the email is out of control, phone calls are out of control, they're overscheduled, they're overtaxed, and they're tired and they're near burnout. And so wanted to jump on and just share what I think and what I share with my clients are 7 steps that they can use to better manage their day. And so I wrote them all down, so I wanted you to get it all down. But the first one is actually taking an assessment of how you use your time in 30-minute increments, and so for a whole week. And so you do that for an entire week. Every 30 minutes you're kind of writing down what you've been working on from the time you get to your office until the time you leave in the evening. That gives you a kind of a bird's eye view, is what I'd say, a snapshot of how you're using your time. But it also gives you a visual of where you spent your time and what you was working on during that time, so that you can better effectively manage those times. I think what you find 90% of the time, as my clients find, is that they're doing a lot of task-oriented things in their business that need to be delegated to their staff. They should not be doing, but they're doing anyway, just because they're so accustomed to having to wear so many hats and to do so many things. They often find themselves doing things that are not necessarily income generating, or what I call working CEO style. They're actually working employee style. And so that's number one. Make sure you want to go ahead and assess your time for an entire week. I recommend Monday through Friday. Do it in 30-minute increments, and then do it an entire week, and then take an assessment that weekend and have an overview of what you've done and where you spent your time. So that's number one. Number two, I want you to identify tasks that you've been working on that are not necessarily what I call income generating activities or CEO activities. And you and I all know what those are. That's answering the telephone. That's putting a fire out about a late bill, or handling a client complaint. Or maybe you're going out and taking photos of houses and you're following up with the clients about their payments and all this crazy stuff that are not necessarily generating income in your agency, yet you're stuck doing it. And so number two, as I said, you want to identify which of those activities are non-income generating tasks, and also which tasks are not necessarily CEO oriented. Remember, you are the CEO of your agency. And so I want you to be thinking, would a CEO be doing this task in their company? And so I often use Chick-fil-A, Kathy Truitt, as an example, because I love the Chick-fil-A culture, but I'm almost certain that he's not following up with vendors that's not paid him. I'm almost certain of that. I'm almost certain that every day he's not answering customer complaints where he's got some people that are below him that he's able to delegate those situations to. And so you need to be in that same mindset. So that's number two. And then number three, I want you to take some time to create your perfect week, whatever that looks like. Now, here's a tip with that. The perfect week just doesn't have to be about what's going on in your business or even your career. It really can be both. You need to kind of mesh and gel your professional life as well as your personal life. And so create the perfect week, whatever that looks like for you. And so that includes date night, that includes going to your son's basketball or football game, any type of personal development and strategic thinking that you need to have, some daily principles or some daily inspirational things that you do every day. You need to incorporate that into your perfect week. So take out your journal and clearly write out and be very specific about what your perfect week looks like. So that's number 3. Number 4, I've been saying it already, you need to delegate those non-revenue generating activities or non-CEO activities. You have to delegate them. You have staff. That's what they're there for. Of course, you want to make sure that you're aligning those tasks with the staff person based on their strengths and their abilities. But you just want to make sure that you've identified which are non-income generating, which are non-CEO tasks, and you need to delegate them to your staff. All right. So that's number 4. Number 5, make sure that you've been very clear and transparent about your schedule, and that's with everyone involved. So that's your staff, that's your clients, that's your family. You know, I always say it's better to be proactive than to be reactive. And so you want to make sure that you clearly communicated what your schedule is and who are the players in the schedule so that they know what's happening when with you. And so that kind of eliminates or alleviates some outside distractions and interruptions. Now, of course, you're going to have some things that are unexpected and that you're going to have to handle at certain times. However, I believe, and my grandmother would always say that as you teach people how you want to be treated. And so what I mean by that is that you train them to become accustomed to how your schedule works. And you will find that those outside distractions and interruptions will slowly dwindle away because you've trained them to understand the importance of what your schedule and adhering to a specific schedule. So that's number 5, make sure that you're being very transparent and that you're communicating your schedule. All right, number 6, practice saying no in an effective way. And so, you know, I often find that my clients have difficulty saying no, particularly women who are agency owners, because we're nurturers and we clearly want to help, or we wouldn't be in this industry. You know, this is a very people-oriented industry and we want to help our clients. And so we have a difficult time saying no. But what I mean by saying no is that, again, you want to make sure that what they're asking you to do or what they need from you is in alignment with what your schedule is. And so what I'm saying is, let's say you can't have a meeting on Monday. Why can't you say, no, I can't meet you on Monday. However, I schedule time in my schedule on Tuesdays and Thursdays to meet with my clients between 2 and 4. Which day works better for you? All right. And so you're not saying no, you're just saying it's not the time that I've allotted for that. I love to spend some time with you and talk with you and answer your questions and help you with whatever problems you may be having or challenges that you're having. It's just I've allotted a specific time in my schedule to help you. People do it all the time. I really could recommend, take a look at the medical industry. I think they're a great model in terms of how they do their scheduling and their appointments. They're very clear on what days their doctors are in the office, what days they're going to do surgeries, what days they, actually do well checks and all of those things and physicals. And they don't do that every day. There are specific times. And so they've trained their staff to say, we schedule our annual physicals on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. I have an open slot at 10 a.m. Would that work for you? They didn't say no. They just said, I have it available in a specific time in your day, in your schedule. And so I encourage my VIP clients to do the same thing. You want to make sure that you practice saying no, but you deliver it in a solution-based situation or a solution-based opportunity. All right. And then number 7, I want to make sure every day that you're reviewing your plan. And so you want to go back at the end of the month, at the end of the month, not the end of the week, at the end of the month, you want to kind of review and see what was working for you during the month and what wasn't working for you during the month, because that's very important as you begin to create your next month's schedule. Correct? All right. So really quickly, let's review those 7 steps. Number 1, you want to make sure that you are logging in your time. You're assessing your entire week, doing it in 30-minute increments to determine exactly where you're spending your time. Number 2, you want to identify which non-income generating task are you performing on a daily basis, or non-CEO task is what Coach Mo says. Identify them in your schedule based on the assessment that you did from the week before. Number 3, create your ideal week. And that includes your professional and your personal. All of that needs to be complete together, and they need to be in agreement. I don't think that there's a perfect work-life balance. However, there can be an agreement between your professional life and your personal life. So that's number 3, create your perfect week. Excuse me. All right, so number 4, you want to be delegating those non-income generating tasks to your staff or to your assistant, so that you can focus on those CEO tasks and those income generating tasks. Number 5, make sure that you are clearly being transparent about your schedule and that you're communicating your schedule with your staff, with your spouse, your family, your friends, so everyone is clear and on board with what's going on with your weekly schedule and your calendar. All right, and number 6, practice delivering no, but deliver it in a solution-based response rather than something as negative. Offer options as opposed to flatly saying no, but offer options based on what time that you've set aside in your own schedule. And then finally, number 7, at the end of the month, 30 days, I want you to go back and review that plan that you created for yourself, and then identify what worked for you during that month and what didn't work, so that you can prepare a strategic plan for success for the next month. So that's my chaos tip of the day. I hope this was beneficial for you. If it was, leave me a comment in the box below. And as always, you know I love connecting with you guys on social media, so you can always check me out right here on my business page at Coach Mernice Oliver. But you can connect with me all over social media. So I'm on Twitter with Mernice as Coach Mernice Oliver as well. You can reach me on LinkedIn. And then finally, you can reach me over at Instagram. Now I have a gift that I love to offer for you. It's on my website today, but it's going to go away this week. And so I wanted to make sure that you all have an opportunity. If you haven't visited my website, I want you to go on over there today. And that's at www.merniceoliver.com and download the free ebook that I've created specifically for you to help you create calm out of the chaos that you're experiencing in your life and in your business. I know and I pray it's going to bless someone out there. Or if it's not for you, share it with someone that you know is experiencing chaos in their life, or have them reach out to me. Send me an email, and I'd love to talk with them about how I can help them create calm out of chaos. My email address is Mernice@MerniceOliver. As always, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Take care.